Hey there. Yes, you. Welcome to After Life and Beyond. Brought to you by Tommy Positivity and TPD for Life TV. Think positive. Be positive. This episode will explore 5 fascinating events in history that are to this day still unexplained. Number 5. Shinsui aka Lady Day. Circa Western Han Dynasty. 206 BC to 220 AD. Discovered 2,000 years post-mortem in Mawangdui in China. Chilling with rich artifacts and luxuries. Which is not that uncommon. However, most fascinating is the preservation of her bod. She has a lot of guts. Literally. All vital organs were preserved intact. Scientists. You know, the ones with all the answers. Well, maybe not always. Noted her body was drenched in some secret sauce containing magnesium. Number 4. The dancing decadence. In 1518, local residents of Strasbourg, France, started dancing non-stop. One woman started popping off and up to 400 partiers started shaking their derriere. Doctors, of course, ruled out supernatural forces, because that would be contrary to science. But having some spicy blood was not out of the question. Geniuses. I tell you. Geniuses. It is said that many of the fatal dancers potentially succumbed to their finishing moves, but this has yet to be verified. Number 3. Downward slope. 1959 Dyatlov Pass, Russia. A group of 9 skiers went missing. These were not your Bunny Hill novices. They were experienced mountaineers. Their tent was found ripped to remnants from the inside out. They were found with missing extremities, with hypothermia, and soft tissue damage. Initially it was thought maybe a supernatural weather force, such as mysterious katabatic winds, with hurricane-like force had sent them tumbling. It was determined in 2020 that it was an avalanche that caused the panic and descent. Case closed. Or not. Number 2. The Ark of the Covenant. This holy relic has seen some mileage. Originally mentioned in the biblical book of Exodus. It was built to contain the original 10 commandments. It was so important that orders were given only certain people could touch it or die. This is recorded where one unfortunate soul tried to stabilize it on a passage and was struck dead. Gives can't touch this a whole new meaning. The ark was first stolen by ancient Philistines at the end of the Bronze Age. Circa 1200 BC it was placed in a temple next to their god Dagon. Things did not bode well for Dagon. The statue was left headless and handless. The people eventually begged to return the ark with gold and other treasures, to keep it from bringing more plagues to the city. 1 Samuel chapter 5. Verse 1 to 12. It was returned to King Solomon's temple where it remained until Babylonian captivity around 587 BC. Its actual current location has been a mystery ever since. Some say it returned to Jerusalem and others claim it lives in Ethiopia. Probably only its true creator knows its whereabouts, and for good reason. And finally, number 1 from the top 5 most unexplained events in history. The resurrection of Jesus the Christ. This topic has been revered all over the world for many centuries. Some write it off as another storyline of modern religious text. Others consider it a life-altering event in history. There were no cell phone cameras back in 33 AD, but there were certainly eyewitnesses. We must always look to alternate texts to corroborate an event. While the Bible explicitly states up to 500 people witnessed Jesus post-mortem in the Gospels. You would start by looking for non-biased sources, such as non-Christian sources. Perhaps one of the most credible of those would be Nero the Great. Okay, not the most friendliest of rulers, but he was definitely blaming something or someone on the burning down of Rome in 64 AD, 30 years after Jesus's recorded crucifixion. Roman historian Tacitus wrote, Nero fastened the guilt on a class hated for their abominations, called Christians by the populace. Christus, from whom the name had its origin, suffered the extreme penalty during the reign of Tiberius at the hands of Pontius Pilatus, and a most mischievous superstition, thus checked for the moment, again broke out not only in Judea, the first source of the evil, but even in Rome. 5. Tacitus, Annals 15.44. Josephus, a non-Christian Jewish historian, wrote in the Jewish Antiquities, he was the Christ. When Pilate condemned him to be crucified, those who had come to love him did not give up their affection for him. On the third day he appeared. Jewish people did not and do not believe Jesus was the Messiah. Then why did Josephus write this as a matter of fact? One can only choose the camp that confirms his belief. Until next time on After Life and Beyond.